Good morning, afternoon, evening, friends and family, loved ones. This is your friend Kelly, and I got a box from our friend Mr. Rory. If you know, you know. And he's done, hold on a minute, I'm moving stuff around here so that way I can do it. I've got a couple knives that I need to put lanyards on that I plan on filming, and one was the actual knife that we ordered and we got yesterday, which was Saturday the 25th, in the mail from White Mountain Knives. That was the one we actually ordered. Anyway, he did an assortment of items because he's getting ready to move, and where he's moving to, automatics are not allowed. So I've got a couple automatics in here, and he emptied out some other items for me to do what I want with. Send to Mr. Jimmy. There is an item in here that is for Mr. Jimmy that I will probably not show because Mr. Jimmy has a tendency to usually watch my videos, so I don't want him to see. I want it to be a surprise. Anyway, I'm going to move this off to the side and kind of go through one by one what we got here. Now, I'll do this one right off the bat. It was, I think, a CRKT knife that he had that he said it exploded on him, and he doesn't know if bits and pieces of everything's there or not. And I think Brian has one, or has one similar to this, that we have taken apart and put back together again. Of course, that's probably been a year or 2 years ago. So, memory, I will try to put this together for him. So, luckily, he's not in any rush to get it back, because I think he's already said this has been apart for a year now, if not longer. So, that will be a future project for me to work on. And let's see here. What did I don't know what I did with my lid. Oh, there it is. Let's move this in a little bit. He also included, he does a lot of modding on his knives. In other words, he swaps out a lot of scales a lot of times. So there's a lot of different scales that he just put back in what it came in. I think this was a CVV Elementum. Yep, Elementum. That looks like just the basic black G10. I hate these things because sometimes these boxes, and a brown G10. Yeah, brown G10 in here. So these are items that Mr. Jimmy, if you want these, let me know. If not, I'll leave them here. And if somebody else, because this is kind of like a Mr. Jimmy first dibs, if there's anything that he can do with any of these, or if he needs them for some reason, with him doing different mods, that God forbid something may have gotten totally fouled up and he could use a set for something he already has on hand. So I want Mr. Jimmy to have really first dibs. But I do have the brown and the black G10 scales for an Elementum here. So that's two of the items. And this is the knife for Mr. Jimmy. I'm trying to semi pulled stuff out. Let's see here. He has a lot of these like Tech Lock bits and things. I know some people really like these, and it's just these are the push button ones, I think, on all of these. Yes. So we have a bunch of these available. A Benchmade little thing. I'll probably toss this into my box for a giveaway unless Mr. Jimmy wants it. So, all of these, Mr. Jimmy, let me know. There is, I think this is the Griptilian. That's the microburst scales. Okay, I think these were the EFDs by Eutectic, or it's one of the Eutectic Lingma design stuff. Okay, I do believe, oops, there's some more. These are different. Well, one looks the same, one looks like the other ones, and then Here's a different, that looks like one of those adjustable ones. Is it Kaiser, I think, that does it, that you can tilt. So there's quite a few of those if people need them. Okay, here, I think these are the mini Griptilian, and I think these are the regular Griptilian scales. I need to double check, but I'm like 90% sure that's what these scales are for. The mini and full-size grip. These are just the standard that came on them. But, like I said, Mr. Jimmy, if you need these, let me know. Like I said, I know sometimes accidents happen, something cracks, gets split, gets hurt, broken, doesn't turn out the way you wanted to, and you can't get it to do what you want it to. And then what looks like 2 Benchmade bug outs. That's what the bag is. Well, it says Bug Out XL 002. So, is there a Bug Out XL? I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know my Benchmades that well. Yeah, I do think that's a bigger one, because that looks like that's almost a 4-inch. 4¼ inch handle. So I'm assuming that's a XL, because I think the regular bug out's under 4 inches, but I could be wrong on that. So there's a couple of the standard blue Bug Out XL scales, and then we also have, these are the ones I think are kind of cool. And I'm assuming this is a Bug Out XL also. Yes. These are kind of the brown, reddish brown, rustish, you see what I'm saying, color scales. I think these are cool. But Mr. Jimmy, let me know if any of those are ones that you want or need. I'll package them up. You know what's happening here in a couple weeks. So, like I said, Microburst, that's a Tempest Knives, aka KC from Knives Fast set of scales. So if anybody needs, I think these are the micarta, black micarta scales. If you need them, Mr. Jimmy or anybody else, reach out to me. And I know these are eutectic. I think it's the EFD is what it is. It may not be. These are the scales that came on the knives, and he had gotten Sharp Dress Knives had scales that he bought, carbon fiber scales that he actually gave Brian one of them to, and I think these actually go to the normal knife that he gave Brian. I'm debating on whether or not to go ahead and put these with the box, so that way, if, which I doubt that we will, but God only knows what will happen in the future. Never say never. We don't plan on ever getting rid of it. Let's put it that way. But if we do, I sometimes like to have the OEM items in the box in case the person wants to go back to that. So, but it's not, to me, a high priority because we don't plan on getting rid of it. It's as simple as that. It's not something that we plan on it going bye-bye. So, like I said, I think these were the EFD, but I could be wrong. It could be the, what was the other? I forget what the other one was. It's a eutectic. I do know that. I do know that for a fact that it is a eutectic. Knife Center usually has it. Let me see if I can pull it up, and might have been smart to have pulled the eutectic knives that we have out. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, these are the eutectic EFD versions. It's the EFD versions because this and the binary one, the front portion, is a little different. So these are for the EFD, if anybody wants those. Now, I think that's the majority of that. This is, Mr. Jimmy, unless you want this for something that you plan you can use it for, which I am more than happy to give it to you, is a little pluck foam little holder. I mean, I don't know if you would want to do this to put like your thumb studs in, but you can pluck the foam out and use it to put stuff in. That might be a good item for you to put those. Heck, you probably wouldn't even have to pluck the foam. You could probably just set them in here to keep. But if he does not want this, this will probably go into a future giveaway. Just to let you guys know. because this would be a cool item to have to put different things in like that. So, Mr. Jimmy, like I said, let me know any of this that you want. And let me get let me just pull the rest of this stuff out. He pretty much told me carte blanche, do what I want to with this between me and Jimmy. Mr. Jimmy, I'm going to put this in the box that's going to be coming your way. When I come your way, whatever. I'm going to cut this lanyard off because I doubt that you would want to leave it on there or use it anyway. Because I plan on stealing these beads to use in future stuff I make. So this is coming off, but I figured with this being a jade scales, it's a Y start, but, and I'm sure it's steel liners and whatnot. It's 440C, so I'm sure these are used knives, people. Just to let you know, these are stuff that Rory had that he just doesn't carry anymore. Most of them, as you saw, some of the stuff he doesn't have boxes or anything like that for. But this is something that I think you could do a stone washed or do acid etched or whatever you want to do blade wise. And then also color the scales. So this one, I'm sure you're okay with coming to you. So that's a definite you. But, like I said, as a matter of fact, sorry, that's gone. Because, like I said, I plan on stealing the beads. But this is going in your pile. And make sure that I'll put it over here with your knife that's going to be doing. This is his Pilar XL or large or whatever. That the T6s are stripped. The back spacer and the carbon fiber scale that he wants on it are in the box. That I'm putting aside to come to you also. If I can get it in. So those are definitely coming to you. Let's see here. And Brian was tempted to keep this. So, Mr. Rory, if you watch this, this was tempting for him to keep because this is one that Jack pin from Concept that we have been looking at, and I personally like the bolt action pins. That's something that I do personally like myself. I thought I had another one right here, but my little O-light pin is a bolt action. I have this half-breed pin that I've had for, gosh, a couple, 3 years. That's a bolt action that I absolutely love. This one's a hefty one. This one is a hefty one and a big one. But I like it real well. So, we do like pins. Just to let you know that almost stayed with us. But this may end up being going into my box for a future giveaway. Maybe my 1000 giveaway. This may be one of the nice items that will be in there. Now, so that's probably a me stack. This NK, I'm not quite sure. It's in D2. It's kind of like the slick carbon fiber. And I know it's steel liners. It has to be steel liners, but actually, there it is. I was doing it on the wrong side, Kelly, you dippy. But steel liners, steel clip. So this, unfortunately, Mr. Jamie, I'm just going to go ahead and keep and put it in my giveaways because there's no modding to be done. And I know you'd like to be able to actually mod it, unless you want to mod the steel liners, but you wouldn't really, and bronzing or doing something to the clip, that's about all you would be able to do on it. I guess you could do a lightning, one of your lightning deals on here. So let me know. If you want this one, I'll add that one to the box too. And I have no issues with adding whatever you want out of here to the box. And that I have to finish doing. These two items are premium items. And I do mean premium that Mr. Rory sent to me, and these will probably go also into my 1000 giveaway. It will probably be multiple knives. I mean, multiple giveaways for my 1000. If you guys haven't checked out, probably would be better to check out OC Omega's video, because he actually showed everything that I put in the box, where the video that I showed what I was giving away, I didn't show everything. I like there to be surprises as to what you're going to get with my giveaways. So there's always at least 2 or 3 items, if not more, that aren't things that you see. But, and when he showed me a list of items that I could choose from to pick, to take, I wanted to see this one, because even though I don't do autos per se anymore, because I'm actually working on getting rid of the majority of my autos except for 1 or 2. It was the Benchmade Immunity. And I really do like this. It's what I would consider more of a box opener size knife. But it, as you can see, it does snap out, and it does have a strong spring. But let me do that again. It looks like an access lock. So this is one that, if you carry it, I would definitely lock it. I mean, there's no questions about this. And also, one of the things, the lanyard is something that gives your pinky purchase. When I do give this away, I will offer to put an actual regular lanyard on here. I'll use the bead that came with it, but do like a regular lanyard with this bead as part of the giveaway, unless you want to keep the standard one on here. But I will probably just cut this off and cut the bead out and redo it. This is going to be, like I said, for my 1000 giveaway, if I ever reach it. It's up for debate. And that's the one I picked. And he told me to pick 2, and I did not want to pick 2. He had some awesome knives, more Benchmades, but since I picked a Benchmade, he went a different direction for my second one, because he gives to the community. He sent a box, I think, to JB with Big Red EDC. Also, Aries EDC, I think, is getting a box. Somebody else, maybe. I don't know how many shipments he's doing. But he sent me the Kershaw Live Wire 50th anniversary. Now, like I said, these don't have boxes. He didn't keep the boxes because he wasn't ever really planning on getting rid of them. But this is the Kershaw, like I said, Live Wire 50th anniversary. And this is in Magna Cut. So this is an awesome knife. It's a great size. You figure, when I do this one for my 1000 giveaway, there's going to be a lot of rules and regulations. You got to know your laws and regulations in the state you're in, and don't enter if it's one of the autos, because I may do like 2 videos, one for autos, one's for not. So that way I don't want to get into trouble with sending an auto somewhere that it shouldn't go. Because Florida, we can pretty much carry whatever we want. But this will be part of the 1000 giveaway. That's why I'm saying I will be doing more than one giveaway, I'm sure, for my 1000 subscriber. But like I also said, it's going to be a while probably before I hit that point. Now, items that he did for me, he sent me, which I'm gonna color the scales. If anybody knows me, you know I'm not a no deep green fan, but I will probably take this. I do have some black. I think I have black dye. You know what? We may have never picked up any black dye, so I may need to look for that and dye the scales black. But it's the Rhino. And if you see my previous videos, I just did a video showing it with the vortex, or whatever you want to call it, blues, whites, grays, whatever color it was that Brian just got of the Rhino. So that just was very funny that Mr. Rory sent this for me, and we just picked up one for Brian, you know. Come on. You should be able to do that. Why is it not? Am I not getting my finger under there right? Or does it have that good of a detent? Usually I don't have a difficulty with a detent on these. Probably my angle that I'm doing it at. But anyway, this one's obviously for me. I don't know why I'm putting it back in the box. It's going to stay out of it. I just need to add it to my collection for my clean, take apart, and plan on doing. And this was for Brian. What's funny is we just recently got him a different variant of this. And Brian's looking at this and he's wondering, can I switch this with that and that with this? And I was like, honey, the aluminum blue scales that you have, if you want to switch this stuff with the orange, I said, they're going to look like gator colors. And he goes, okay, never mind. So that put a kibosh on that. I think I hurt his feelings when I told him that. But anyway, was the double tap. It's just, up there it is. Yes, double tap. This is the Stonewash D2 blade with blue G10 handles. Which, honestly, to me, I'm sorry, you can say blue, but that looks more like a bluish gray to me than a true blue. You know. To me, that's more of a blue. I consider that more of a bluish gray. And this is, I forget what they called this lock, but it's like the, bolt, how do you want to, do they say? No, they don't say what lock they can call that. But these are big, beefy, full belly knives. I mean, this would actually probably work for skinning and stuff if you really wanted it to, because that is a full, good size blade. But Brian loves his big knives, so I'm pretty sure he's going to have that sitting beside his other one that he has. I'm like, honey, do you really need two of those? And he's like, well, why can't I have two? Okay, fine. And he goes, plus it come from Mr. Rory. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to argue with him over that. I'm definitely not going to argue with him. So he's going to have, I can see him now with doing two of them at a time with this thing. Though me, I would be scared crapless trying to do it with my left hand, because I sure as heck know I would have difficulties with that. But this is a big knife. If you like big knives, it's a full-handled knife. I mean, I do have big hands compared to most women. I mean, my hands compared to most men are good size compared to them. I mean, I think me and Aries' hands are pretty much on par for each other, if that gives you an idea. And it's a very, very cool knife. And anyway, Mr. Rory, I appreciate you so much. Oh, there was something. What did I do with the other item? You know what? It may be out in the living room because I was charging it. Hold on a minute. Let me see if it's still sitting out there, because I'm pretty sure that's what I did. I'm going to put you on pause. Yes, I had it back there or out there in by my chair. He also included, Mr. Rory included, and I'll keep it in this. This will be part of it. Is one of the little O-clip minis. Do they even still make these? I honestly have not. My O-clips are, just to give you an idea. So this one is just a basic one. It's not. So you can see there's quite a bit of difference there. But it has the USB-C charger. But here, I'll try not to. I don't remember what I said on. It has like low, medium, and bright. Then it has like a solid red, and it also does flashing red. So I mean, like I said, it's a basic light, but that's really all you need. You can clip it onto something and have it. If you ride a bicycle at night, especially, you can sit there and put on the red flash, and have it for you so people can see you. Number one, you should be wearing reflective clothing and light clothing also on top of that, and have other lights on you. As far as I'm concerned, especially this day and age, people are idiots to begin with on the road. Do anything and everything you can to protect yourself. But this will be part of my 1,000 giveaway also, because that is just an awesome little knife. And he did do the paperwork. He has the charger. He didn't keep the box, which is not an issue. I think most of us throw those away unless you're anal like me and keep almost everything. Every now and then something's damaged or whatever, and I'll just pitch it. And that will be also in my 1,000 giveaway. So, Mr. Rory, you are an awesome human being. I greatly appreciate you. And Mr. Jimmy, let me know. Watch the video. Any of these items that you want, let me know. Other than the auto, and the one that I already told you that I was giving to you, you know, if you want any of these clips, I don't know. I know normally you do folders, but I don't know if you would want any of these clips. If you do have some fixies that you would like to have these for, the Elementum scales, the bug out scales, the Griptilian scales, whatever, let me know. Let me know if you, the EFD scales, you know, let me know, and I will put them aside for you in the box coming to your package. Whatever it is that I end up doing, it may just go in a bag and be handed to you. You know. Anyway, much love, many hugs, many kisses, and much love. Your friend Kelly. Bye-bye.